Hi, I'm Jennifer Bourne, and I'm glad you're here. Today, we're talking about what you need to understand before hiring a business coach. Now, I've owned Born Creative, my agency, for 13 years, and in that time, I've had the opportunity to work with some incredible coaches and mentors who've not only helped me move my business forward in big ways, but helped me grow as a person. But the first two times I invested in professional coaching were complete and utter disasters that cost me tens of thousands of dollars. I was brand new to freelancing. The whole concept of coaching was totally new to me, and I got sucked in by the magical promises being spewed by two coaches who were more like politicians on the campaign trail. The first time I was in my 20s. I had two babies at home, a giant mortgage. I had just quit my full-time job, and I needed to build my business quickly. The first coach I met said she could help. She promised that she could help me achieve everything to the moon and back, and she was really pushy and relentless and a little bit scary. I eventually did hire her, and after just one call, instantly regretted it. For the entire hour that we talked, she did nothing but list hundreds of things that I should be doing that I wasn't doing, and about 25 things I needed to invest in or buy right away if I wanted to be successful. I think I hit my overwhelm limit in the first 10 minutes. The second time was a couple years later, and this coach also made huge promises. The difference this time was that she claimed to have built a successful agency already. So it naturally made her a great choice as a coach. She was further down the path I was moving on and could help me accelerate my drive down that path, right? She promised to show me her system, give me all the tools she'd already developed to guide me on my way to growing my business. It really did seem like the perfect fit. After all, I was hiring someone who achieved what I wanted to achieve. But it was all a lie. As it turns out, after I signed the contract and I paid huge amounts of money, there was no system, there were no tools, and there was no guidance. Every interaction with her after the sale was unprofessional and left me feeling incredibly uncomfortable. What's worse is that I felt tricked and duped, and when I connected with other clients of hers at a live event, many felt the same way. Both experiences were incredibly difficult learning experiences. Now, they could have turned me away from coaching forever, but I'm an optimist. And the more people I met as I shared my story, I found out a few things, right? First, I was not alone. There are a lot of people out there claiming to be coaches that are totally unqualified. But there are also a lot of really good-hearted people who want to help by offering coaching. They just don't quite know how to do it. And there are amazing coaches out there who can help you achieve your goals and support you all along the way. What these two women promised me wasn't actually coaching. I learned that a real coach guides the client through the process of achieving a specific personal or professional goal by helping them bridge the gap between where they are now and where they want to go. A coach walks alongside you as you do the work. They follow your journey and they help you avoid obstacles, stay on track, and keep moving forward. What I learned from my poor experiences with coaching is that a coach isn't going to make your problems disappear. A coach isn't going to magically make you a success. A coach isn't going to be your savior, and they aren't going to do the work for you. It's not easy to admit it, but when I approached those first two coaching relationships, I was looking for someone to help me find a shortcut to avoid some hard work. I was enamored with the idea that somebody had already done the work and was willing to share that work with me. I believed those wild promises of success because I wanted to believe it. But that's not how business coaching works. You have to take responsibility for where you're at and where you want to go. You have to own your stuff and muck through it. You have to do all the work, all of it. When working with a coach, they're going to guide you. They're going to operate as a sounding board. They're going to ask questions and offer a fresh perspective. They're going to help you gain clarity, to motivate you to take action, keep you going, and hold you accountable. They aren't going to clear the path of all obstacles and make your job easy. In fact, parts of your journey might actually be harder with a coach because they aren't going to let you get away with laziness and excuses and self-sabotaging behavior. The problem with the coaching industry is the same problem that we run into in the web design industry or graphic design or development industry. Just as anyone can call themselves a designer or a developer, anyone can call themselves a coach, even without experience or receiving any professional trainings or certifications. This is true across numerous industries. This leads to unqualified people offering services and creating less than stellar experiences. Now, when you're looking at hiring a coach, there are 4 major issues you need to watch out for. The first are the one-time achievements. These are people that achieve something once and then immediately begin offering coaching to others who want to achieve the same thing. You want to be careful of the single achievement coaches. Achieving something once doesn't mean that they can do it again. It doesn't mean that it wasn't a result of circumstance, timing, or luck. And it doesn't mean that their system is proven or that it will ever even work a second time. When evaluating a business coach, it's really critical that you do your homework. If you are a freelance designer or freelance developer and you're considering hiring a business coach, ask some questions like, how many years did they freelance or run an agency? When was the first time they achieved this big thing that they achieved? Are they still doing client work? Do they still have skin in the game? How many clients have they worked with over the years? Have they ever had to fire a client? What are they doing to learn and stay on top of the industry? Who are they learning from? The last thing that you want to do is unknowingly hire a coach who just achieved the thing that they're touting, a 6-figure income, a booked out business, automated systems, a successful agency that hasn't proven their approach over time. The second thing you want to look out for are money-making promises, right? Google the term business coach and you're going to find like 896 million results. There's no shortage of coaches offering to help you build a successful agency, a 6-figure business, or even a 7-figure business, or grow a team. While some of these coaches are legitimate and they're more than qualified to share their expertise and guide others, some are not. For example, claiming to have made 6 figures doesn't actually make it true, and it doesn't tell the whole story. A person can invoice $100,000, but only personally make $50,000 after expenses. Is that who you want to be learning from? Or would you rather learn from the person who invoiced $250,000 and netted $100,000? And maybe someone who netted $100,000 after expenses that also only work 30 hours a week. When a coach is making claims about their income as part of their marketing or sales strategy, you need to ask questions to get the whole story. So ask questions like, have they reached 6 figures themselves? How many years in a row have they reached 6 figures? Was that 6 figures in gross income, total sales, or net post-expense earnings, right? If gross, what was their actual net income? If net, how many years have they netted 6 figures? How many hours a week do they work? And how much vacation do they actually take? What's the largest year of income that they've ever had? When was it? If it wasn't the last year, what changed? The third thing you want to look out for is alignment of experience. Right? If you are looking to grow a successful agency, you need to look for a coach who's already grown a successful agency and has already walked the path that you are about to walk. Someone who can come alongside you and point you in the right direction and help you navigate obstacles. A coach may claim to have grown a successful agency, but did they just create their agency last year? Or is it even the type of agency that you're thinking of? Right? In this case, you need to ask questions to gain clarity about their agency experience and business model to make sure that it's in alignment with what you want to achieve. So ask questions like, how many full-time employees does your agency have? How many regular subcontractors does your agency work with? When did you hire your employees? Have you had to fire employees? Can you tell me about a recent challenge you faced with a subcontractor and how you handled it? Did you have an office or was your team all distributed? What type of clients did your agency work with? What was your niche? How many different clients or projects did your agency work on at a time? What percentage of your business was recurring revenue? Was your recurring revenue retainer work or support work? You find out what kind of agency and they owned and make sure it's the same kind that you're looking at building. The fourth thing you want to look out for is misguided motivation. Behind the scenes, I talk to a lot of designers and developers who are burned out and just over client work. They are looking for an escape, a way to no longer have to do client work. So they turn to coaching because they think it's going to be easier. They think that, they're tired of sitting behind their computer and doing the work for ungrateful clients. And they think that, jumping on the phone to offer their opinion to somebody else is an easier way to make money. The problem is that business coaching is so much more than that. In a successful coaching relationship, the coach preps in advance of calls and meetings, follows up with you to provide accountability, digs into your business, and is invested in your success. They ask hard questions and provide avenues for fresh perspectives, critical thinking, and strategic evaluation. They offer guidance and recommendations. When considering a coach who currently does or used to do client work, right? Or does client work and is now offering coaching on the side, you need to ask some questions. Ask about their process and how they work with coaching clients. Ask about how accountability works, how they learn about you and your business, how they prepare for calls, what happens when a client is struggling or not meeting their goals, what activities do their clients do between calls and meetings to meet their goals. Ask why they're offering coaching and how long they've been coaching others. Find out if they themselves have a coach or a mastermind group that they're a part of. You want to find someone who walks their talk and believes in coaching so much that they themselves invest in masterminding and coaching. And you want to find someone who isn't just looking for an easy way out of client work, because coaching is client work. It's critical client work. Now, let me be clear about something. The goal with the questions and the due diligence and the homework that I'm sharing with you is purely to achieve transparency up front, so you know the full story and can feel confident in your decision investing with the right coach. Just because somebody's new to coaching or doesn't have many years as a coach, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be a smart choice. Likewise, just because someone's offering coaching on the side to their full-time job, it doesn't mean that they're not qualified or serious. It may just be a sign that they're looking for another way to help others, or they have a desire to make a greater impact, or they want to pay forward the good fortune that they themselves have personally experienced. Right? You're not necessarily using these questions to find a way to say no to coaching. You're just using it to make sure that your decision is lined up with the right coach for the goals that you want to achieve. Let's talk about how to choose the right business coach. It's impossible to choose the right coach if at first you don't gain clarity about the exact problem you want to solve and what you want to get out of the coaching relationship. Again, if you're looking for someone to step in and be your savior, make your problems disappear, magically make you a success and do all the work for you, you're never going to find the right coach, and you'll keep bouncing from coach to coach or mentor to mentor without ever achieving your goals. You have to take responsibility for where you're at, where you want to go, and you have to do the work. And that starts with knowing where you're at now, what you want to achieve, why you believe a coach will help you get there, and what you want to achieve as the result of hiring a coach, and what you think is holding you back. Knowing the answers to these questions will help you communicate with the coaches that you're interviewing. It will help you clearly share your expectations and openly discuss with them whether you're a good match. Now, once you're ready to begin looking for a business coach, follow these 14 tips to find the right coach for you. First, make sure that there's chemistry. You need to feel comfortable talking about the uncomfortable stuff you wouldn't share with anyone else, like your fears and your concerns. You need to be able to openly communicate your struggles. Confirm their expertise, right? Ask questions, comb through their website, Google their names, stalk them on social media, confirm that they walk their talk and that their experience aligns with your business and goals. Talk to their past clients. Don't be afraid to ask for references and do your due diligence. A coach should be happy to provide references because you're also demonstrating how seriously you're taking the relationship. Remember, you don't need another friend. It's okay to like your coach or even be friends with your coach, but when it comes time for your coaching session, they need to be able to dose out some tough love to call you out when needed and tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. Look for a coach who is interested in you and what you're doing. While you can pay for advice and invest thousands of dollars on business coaching, you can't buy interest. Ideally, you want to work with a coach who cares about you and what you want to achieve and is really interested in the goals that you have. Seek accountability. You want a coach who is going to listen and pay attention to your goals, what you say, and what you're going to do, and then hold you accountable to those goals and actions. Look for someone who's going to share their failures with you. Failures provide the biggest learning opportunities and opportunities for growth. You want to work with a business coach who's willing to openly share their failures and what they learned from those failures. Find a complementary skill set, right? If you have a weakness in a specific area, seek out a coach who has strengths in that area so they can guide you through the challenges that you experience. Secure support. When hiring a business coach, you want to find someone who is supportive, encouraging, and motivating, someone who brings out the best in you. You want somebody that's available, right? You don't want to hire a coach who's only available by specific scheduled appointments, is totally inflexible in their availability, or tries to force you into a cookie cutter program. There are going to be times when you need their advice and it won't fit neatly into their perfect schedule. So make sure that they have availability for you. Look for someone who's part coach and part consultant. Right? A coach is a guide who will help you get unstuck, stay on track, clear blocks, and achieve your goals. A consultant provides advice, solutions, recommendations, and gets right into your business with you. If possible, identify someone who's part coach, part consultant, so they can not only shine a light on the path ahead, but help you get to the end. Hire a teacher, right? Look for a business coach who loves to teach and share and help others and demonstrates this in the way that they do business. Coaches who love teaching and supporting others will show up more powerfully for you. And seek a lifelong learner. No one knows everything. Everybody can learn something, and you can always improve your skills. So make sure you hire a coach who's a lifelong learner, someone who is continuously working to up-level their own expertise, because their experiences and growth will also benefit you. Finally, hire the coach for a single session. See if you can hire them for one coaching session. This isn't a free session. You're hiring them for coaching. Come to that session with a specific challenge you have and test the waters. See what it's like. This will give you an opportunity to sample their coaching style and see if it's the right fit for you. I truly believe that business coaching works. Now, yes, I've been burned by bad business coaching experiences, but I've also worked with some incredible coaches who called me out when I made excuses, held me accountable when I set a goal, and walked alongside me when I needed support. I believe in the power of business consulting and the transformation it can have on both the business and the business owner when there's an open, honest, authentic match between the coach and the client. Just be sure to verify that before investing with any coach, you are ready to do the work needed to achieve your goals, and that you have done your homework and due diligence to find the coach that is best qualified to help you achieve your goals. Thanks so much for being here. And I hope you consider subscribing to my email list, my new YouTube channel, so you don't miss any of the future articles and videos that I have got for you. On my email list, you'll also get a weekly newsletter where I share business tips, a collection of cool things I find online, and it's also how you get early beta and free access to new courses, programs, and webinars that I'm launching. I'm so happy that you are here to join me today. Once again, I'm Jennifer Bourne. Until next time, have a great day.